What you need to know about protecting your high-value items with scheduled personal property coverage. Imagine if the stone fell out of your wedding ring and was lost. Or what if your state-of-the-art laptop was stolen at the airport? Do you know how much coverage your home insurance policy would provide? You may not realize your home policy has special limits for high-value items like jewelry, electronics, or fine art. In the event of a loss, these high-value items may not be replaced for their full value. The most you could receive is the special limit. The amounts shown here are pretty common, but they do vary. To find out what applies to your property, look for a listing in your policy booklet. But what if you have an item worth more than the special limit? Then you have a coverage gap. If you had a loss and wanted to replace your item, you would have to pay for it out of your own pocket. The good news is that you can purchase separate coverage for those items, and the value of that item is the limit. This is called scheduling an item on your policy. If you add this coverage, it's called scheduled personal property, and there's no deductible. It's all risk coverage in most cases, and it pays the replacement cost. Here's an example. Let's say you're heading to the golf course and your clubs, worth $3,000, fall out of the back of your vehicle and are destroyed. You'd probably file a claim for $3,000, and you know you'll have to pay your deductible. Let's say that's $1,000. So you would expect a payment for $2,000, right? Well, that's not exactly how it works, because coverage is based on the special limit for golf equipment. And even if that limit might be enough, coverage only applies to the situations, or perils, listed in your policy book. Falling out of a vehicle isn't one of them. So, there would be no coverage, and you would have an out-of-pocket expense of $3,000 to replace your clubs. But if you had scheduled the clubs, there would be no deductible. In most cases, the cause of loss wouldn't matter, and you'd receive a payment for the full replacement value. The cost to schedule an item varies, but generally, it's about 1 to 2% of the item's value annually. You can't schedule every item. There is a select list of categories, which typically include jewelry, golf equipment, firearms, furs, desktop or laptop computers, musical instruments, silverware, fine art, collections like coins and stamps, plus cameras and camera equipment. This has been a brief overview of scheduled personal property. Please consider scheduling some of your high-value items today.